Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. This is United Daily Live, the place where you get your latest Manchester United news, headlines, transfer rumours, all that good stuff. And today we have an incredible show for you. Normally, Harry Maguire getting found guilty of assault and bribery and all these kind of things, or attempted bribery, over there in a Greek courthouse today would be top of the list. It would be main headline stuff, but Lionel Messi has decided he wants to leave FC Barcelona and has sent the footballing world into an absolute frenzy. Now, of course, Manchester United, due to their riches, although as of yet we've been unable to find an agreement for Jadon Sancho, have been linked with Lionel Messi. Now, before we go any further, I don't think Manchester United are going to be signing Lionel Messi. So this isn't a show to talk about Manchester United possibly signing him, although we have been linked, and I will read out those reports that have linked Manchester United with a move, because obviously United are a club that can spend an awful lot of money. But just generally speaking, Lionel Messi wanting to leave Barcelona is a story that I want to talk about anyway. So we'll be discussing that story. We'll be absolutely looking at the Harry Maguire story as well. Obviously found guilty today over in Greece for an incident about 3 nights ago now. It seemed like the court case came very quickly. His legal team wanted to adjourn it so that they could prepare themselves a case for this. It was rushed through very quickly, and he was found guilty, and he was given a 21-month prison sentence, which we believe can be turned into a fine, which is incredible in itself, because he's been found guilty of attempted bribery, and the punishment for attempted bribery is going to be a fine. Make that make sense. But nevertheless, Harry Maguire has been found guilty. He's been withdrawn from the England squad as well, which was announced today. He was originally in the England squad with Greenwood, Rashford and Dean Henderson, but he has been withdrawn from the England squad as well. So we'll be looking at the Harry Maguire stuff. We've got some updates on Jadon Sancho yet again as well. Would United believe to be confident in signing Jadon Sancho this transfer window? So we got loads to discuss here on AdamMcKola TV, here on United Daily Live. So make sure you're getting your comments, your questions, your thoughts, everything in, your super chats, all that good stuff, and joining the channel as well if you can. But let's get stuck into the story which has actually happened and we should be talking about probably first. That is Harry Maguire. And he's been found guilty of aggravated assault, resisting arrest and repeated attempts of bribery in Greece. Harry Maguire was handed a prison sentence of 21 months and 10 days, but this will be suspended because it is a first offence and charges were misdemeanours. Harry Maguire's statement, which followed that, was: following the hearing, I've instructed my legal team with immediate effect to inform the courts we will be appealing. I remain strong and confident regarding our innocence in this matter. If anything, myself, family and friends are the victims. The club released a statement saying Manchester United take note of the Greek court verdict. Harry Maguire has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him, and he continues to firmly assert his innocence. Southgate then withdrew Harry Maguire from the England squad, saying, in light of this evening's developments, I can confirm I have withdrawn Harry Maguire from the England squad for the matches against Iceland and Denmark. Having spoken to MUFC and the player, I have made this decision in the best interests of all parties and with consideration of the impact on our preparations for next week. So Harry Maguire was immediately released from the England squad, but also he has immediately begun the appeal procedure. Now, when that appeal will be heard, it remains to be seen, but ultimately has been found guilty of these things, no matter whether we think it's right or wrong or he's innocent or not. And obviously there's a lot of differing stories we're hearing. His sister was attacked, that's why he got involved. You know, he was getting golded, he was getting kicked, all these kind of stories, this, that and the other. And then the other side of it is, when he got arrested, he was throwing police around and he was doing this, that and the other and getting involved in a scrap with them. So, you know, if he has been if he is guilty of that, which he has been found guilty of, obviously he's going to appeal, then that is an issue. Now, obviously for Manchester United, it's going to come into the case where people are going to start talking about his captaincy, and I could possibly see him being taking the captaincy off him while this is settled, while the appeal and all that goes ahead. I think if it was any other player, we would see that happen. Now, we also have to just be careful, because you know, it is a court case, just from the outside looking in, that has been absolutely rushed through. Absolutely rushed through. Now, we can talk about how the media representation of Harry Maguire would have been different if it was another player and all that. And I totally agree with all that stuff. But when you look at the pure facts, you know, the statement from the prosecution, the statement from Harry Maguire, the speed of the case, the way that they weren't able to prepare for the case, it all did seem very, very rushed through. So let's wait and see what happens with this appeal. Obviously, it's not an ideal situation for United to be in. I can see Harry Maguire being punished by Manchester United for this, because regardless of our personal feelings around it, regardless of all those kind of things, we still have to consider that he is Manchester United captain. He has been caught up in this situation, and regardless of how much he pleads his innocence, that's not what Manchester United want to be seeing from their captain. So, you know, I'm sure the club will be taking that into consideration. The club also work with a lot of sponsors and things like that, and their opinions will all come into this. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him either temporarily stripped of the captaincy or stripped of the captaincy permanently. Me personally, I don't think it changes how much of a captain he is for Manchester United, to be totally honest with you. I think these things kind of happen now. Obviously, you don't want to see it happen, but I wouldn't use that as something to strip him of the captaincy of. You know, I think that should be down to performance and performance alone, and his ability to lead as a captain. Now, we've obviously got plenty of other players that could step into that. Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, or Marcus Rashford could even potentially be a captain. You're looking around and you could see various people that could step in as potential captaincy material, but I don't think we're at that position yet. We're not playing a game until an awfully long time. I think September the 19th is our first competitive game, so it's not that the club have to rush this decision, and I think they will settle on it and wait and see what happens before making their mind up on the captaincy. But obviously not ideal developments today for Harry Maguire. A lot of people thought he'd be found found innocent, and obviously he's been found guilty of those charges over there in Greece, pending an appeal. So there you have it. The worst that could happen, yes, he's been given a 21-month sentence, but he's very unlikely to serve a sentence, as it's his first case and it's a misdemeanor, and it's likely to be converted into a fine. So that is the latest on Harry Maguire's situation. We'll also look at the Jadon Sancho updates as well, which came from Duncan Castles and the Transfer Podcast, and thank you to Man United Zone for compiling this for us. And they say Manchester United believe the deal for Jadon Sancho will happen, and so does the player and his representatives. Whatever Dortmund say in public, they also believe that they will sell. Now, obviously, it's all gone very, very quiet on this front. The last serious stuff we heard about Jadon Sancho was he had agreed a wages and a contract with Manchester United, but no deal had been agreed with Dortmund, so therefore he couldn't join the club. Obviously, Dortmund are sticking to their guns and sticking to their €120 million price tag, and Manchester United are going to have to come up with that fee. Now, United could be looking to shift a few other players on in order to try and make this deal happen, you know, in order to trigger it, to get a few extra funds in the bag and all that kind of stuff. But Duncan Castle says United have looked towards potential alternatives, but they are focusing on Jadon Sancho as their main priority. They also say on that Transfer Podcast there's been no offer to Bournemouth for Manchester United for David Brooks. Brooks has been told to wait and see what develops through this window in terms of a move away, and there's no substance in a move at this stage to Manchester United. Obviously, there was a number of reports in relation to David Brooks potentially joining Manchester United. Those have now been squashed, and they have all gone very, very quiet on the David Brooks front as well. So that's the latest in that regard. Now, we know Harry Maguire has been withdrawn from the England squad for the next couple of games. I don't think that's a big deal at all. But Mason Greenwood has found his first call up to the England squad. Marcus Rashford has been called up, as has Dean Henderson. Jack Grealish, surprisingly, hasn't been called up. I know he's not a Man United player, but I'm going to mention him anyway. Aaron Wan-Bissaka also hasn't been called up. I think that's an absolute bizarre decision. No left back was called up. You got Phil Foden in the squad. I think Phil Foden's a fantastic talent, but when you look at what Jack Grealish has done for Aston Villa, Aaron Wan-Bissaka has done for Man United, and they're not in the squad, I think it's a little bit ridiculous. Mason Mount's in the squad over Jack Grealish. Are you taking the piss? Like, some of these decisions show why England will never win an international tournament. Gareth Southgate, in my opinion, out of his depth, if he was any good of an England manager, he would have got to a Euros. What was it? A World Cup Euros final when we lost against Croatia. I just think it's an absolute joke, to be honest. Some of these selections. No Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Mason Greenwood's a no-brainer. You know, his first campaign in the first team for Manchester United, and he scored 17 goals. I think it's a no-brainer that Mason Greenwood was going to be in the team and in the England squad, and I look forward to seeing him in that. But no Wan-Bissaka's a stupid decision, and no Jack Grealish. Maybe that could be something. We've heard rumours that United could offer Sergio Romero to Villa in an exchange plus cash for Jack Grealish. Maybe that is something that forces Jack Grealish to look away from Aston Villa this summer. Maybe he was half thinking, I'll stay. No other clubs are really seriously in for me. But maybe if, you know, he's not getting called up to England, he can go there to Aston Villa and say, yo, you need to let me go so I could get an opportunity to play in this England team, because it shouldn't be the case, but it looks like Gareth Southgate's got something against him. I can't see what it is. He's picking people like Mason Mount and that. Jack Grealish is better than Mason Mount. Bizarre. But anyway, let's hope he can get in the United team in the future. But anyway, that is the news in regards to Manchester United and all that good stuff. We are going to talk about Lionel Messi, of course. I forgot to do, though, and on this day for today. Now, in this book, we've got 3 on this days for the 25th of August. So let's go. There's 2 very long ones and there's 1 short one. Alright, let's go with Saturday, 25th of August 1984. Scotland internationals Gordon Strachan and Alan Brazil make their Manchester United debuts after manager Ron Atkinson signs them from Aberdeen and Tottenham Hotspur respectively. Strachan scores in the 1-1 draw with Watford in front of a close to 54,000 at Old Trafford in the First Division. Strachan, who had won the European Cup Winners' Cup under Alex Ferguson at the Dons, would go on to lift the FA Cup the following year for Atkinson in a 5-season spell at Old Trafford before moving on to Leeds, Coventry and then into management. Brazil averages a goal every other start, 12 in 24, in a 2-year stay before winding down his career and moving into broadcasting, hosting the Alan Brazil Breakfast Show on TalkSport, which he rarely turns up for because he's always pissed. And then we also saw, so that was 1984, Saturday the 25th of August. On Saturday the 25th of August 2001, Manchester United centre-back Jaap Stam is sold to Lazio for a reported £16.5 million. So Alex Ferguson said that was one of the biggest mistakes, if not the biggest mistake he ever made. Obviously, there was a story about Jaap Stam's book and him criticising a couple of the players and Sir Alex Ferguson. But then Fergie tried to use the excuse of his knee. But we saw Jaap Stam go on to have an extended career and a fantastic career. In my opinion, Jaap Stam was the best, or it's hard to split him and Rio. Obviously, they both won the European Cup for Manchester United. I think Rio is the best defender I've ever seen, to be honest. But Jaap Stam's right up there with the best 2 centre halves I've seen in a Manchester United shirt. If I had to pick a dream centre half partnership, it would be Rio and Stam, and that was a massive mistake by Sir Alex Ferguson to let him go, and for £16.5 million. And then Wednesday the 25th of August 2010, this is a commercial seal one, Manchester United revealed concern for the fans is at the heart of a 3-year media rights deal signed with Hong Kong firm PCCW to become its telecoms and broadcast partner of the club in their region. I don't think anybody really wants to know about that on this day. But Jaap Stam obviously leaving Manchester United. What a huge mistake that was. And yeah, gutted. I haven't got any memories of Gordon Strachan, Ryan, as a player. I obviously remember him more as a manager at like Southampton, was it? And Celtic and those kind of things. And whenever I've seen him on TV, he always comes across quite funny. And I've liked him in that sense, but I can't remember him as a Manchester United player at all. Obviously before my time. So we've wound down to that time of the show when we're going to look at this Lionel Messi mayhem. Now, the story that we know for sure is Lionel Messi has handed in a transfer request, or he has faxed across his intent to leave Barcelona at the end of this season, which is now. Now, he has a clause in his contract which originally expired in June, which says he can leave for free at the end of the season if he, exercises that right to do so. Barcelona are saying, well, actually, that clause has expired because it was up till June. But Messi's camp think, well, because contracts got extended, the season got extended, the coronavirus situation, that they will still be able to activate that clause. Now, it's unsure whether this is Lionel Messi being very, very serious about leaving Barcelona after an incredible career there, or whether it's a power play. Because since then, we've also heard that Bartomeu has stepped down and resigned in his role at Barcelona. We've seen a lot of Barcelona figures, the likes of Puyol and others, come out online and talk about how much they're supporting. I believe Luis Suarez did the same as well. How much they are supporting Lionel Messi. So it seems like this could be a massive, massive power play by Lionel Messi to encourage some change at Barcelona and see them try and move into a new direction. Or it could be very, very serious and Lionel Messi could be off. I think it's not rumours that he's handed in this transfer request. He's not informed them of this. It's not a rumour. Everywhere is reporting it. But there are obviously other various rumours that have come from this. Manchester United, PSG, Manchester City are just three of the clubs that have been linked with him. Now, Sport in Spain say Manchester United have been in contact with Lionel Messi's staff. They also say Barcelona believe that Man United and PSG are both interested in signing Lionel Messi. United and PSG would be the clubs who are willing to make a strong effort for his arrival and would be available to pay a fee in case it's necessary. So that is what came from the talk in relation to Lionel Messi to Manchester United in the Spanish press. But, of course, it doesn't look like United are really going to be... I'd be very shocked if United didn't contact his agents and say, actually, what's going on here? Are you being serious? Is there any chance we can make this happen? Would you be open to a move? Because regardless of whether United are dragging their heels with the Jadon Sancho deal, if you can get Messi on a free and you have to, I don't know, he's on like €1 million a week at the moment, and you pay him something ridiculous like that over a 2-3 year deal, it's going to cost you around 120 million pounds or whatever it is. That's the equivalent of paying for Lionel Messi anyway. So any club would be willing to make that happen if they can afford it. I think United, PSG, Man City are those that could afford it. But do I realistically see this happening? No, I do not. Do I realistically see Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona? No, I do not. I think if this is true in regards to Bartomeu resigning, then I don't think Lionel Messi will be coming to Manchester United. But he has officially communicated to Barcelona that he will activate a clause to end his contract unilaterally. So this is what's breaking tonight, and it's literally all over the internet in relation to Lionel Messi. And he's asked Barcelona to accept a clause in his contract that would allow him to move on a free this summer. The club are holding emergency meetings to find out what's going on. Carlos Puyol has tweeted, "Respect and admiration, all my support, my friend." Luis Suarez has backed him up as well. And Lionel Messi reporting that he wants to leave Barcelona. But is this just a power play? As we hear that Bartomeu could be on his way out from Barcelona. Mommy Hacker has a super chat saying, "Break the bank, the media benefits and jersey sales alone would be worth it." And there is some talk in some quarters. And Chloe Jenkins has got a super chat saying, "Only one place he will go is PSG. Thomas Tuchel made that obviously clear in his post-match interview, and he was laughing. It's been planned. Everyone knows Messi and Neymar want to link up again. Thank you for your super chats, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I see it being PSG, Manchester City, or staying at Barcelona, or even potentially going back to Argentina. But I cannot see Messi joining Manchester United. As much as I would love for it to happen, 33 years old, who cares? Break the bank, who cares? You'd love to see Lionel Messi at your football club, and if you say you wouldn't, then you're wrong. You're wrong. And imagine we could say that Messi and Ronaldo played for our club and we got to witness that. It'd be incredible. But let's not fool ourselves. This isn't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. I've always felt that maybe one day he'd be at Manchester City. When you look at the kind of funds that they can put together, obviously they've got away with the financial fair play situation. That's the kind of club that can make it happen, with Pep Guardiola there at the helm as well. Paris Saint-Germain are another club that could make it happen. I don't think United would be trying, or I don't think we would be successful in trying to make it happen. There's a lot of talk about Adidas intervening, because in 2013, when there was talk about Lionel Messi potentially leaving Barcelona, there was talk Adidas would put up some of the fee, because they obviously would love to see Lionel Messi playing in Adidas. Now, those kind of rumours will circulate for Manchester United again, but I just don't feel it's realistic at all. There's also talk about Everton getting James Rodriguez, which is a mad one, if you're interested in that. Anoop with the super chat says, don't think even if he goes, he will come to us. 3 years left, he needs to win silverware, but advantages is free. If Eddie's looking to save on right winger, go all in on Messi. 100 mil divided over 3 years in wages. Yeah, can't see it happening, unfortunately, but I can see why United will be interested. I can see why United are interested. Rajiv says Ferdinand tweeted Chelsea. He won't go to Chelsea. I don't see him going to Chelsea. They've already spent an awful lot of money, and if he's going to come to anyone in England, it will be Manchester City. I don't think it will be United or Chelsea. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on it. So Lionel Messi, I'd love him at Manchester United, but who knows? The Athletic have got an article at the moment saying, what does this mean? So let's have a look at this. He's asked to leave after nearly 2 decades, and sources close to the 6-time Ballon d'Or winner say he has been in contact with Pep Guardiola and would be keen on a move to City. Fabrizio Romano said City aren't in for him, and the Athletic say City have strongly distanced themselves from a move for the 33-year-old, while Barcelona replied to Messi's facts outlining his desire to leave by saying they expect him to finish his career at the Nou Camp. It is clear that there are a lot of agendas at play and politics surrounding what happens next, with Barca coming off a terrible season. Ronald Koeman has been appointed, and loads of members of the squad, including Messi and best friend Luis Suarez, potentially have been told that they are surplus to requirements at the club. What? Oh, sorry, he never told Messi. He told Luis Suarez that he was surplus to requirements. So maybe Messi's doing this in order to keep a few of his boys. If a player like that's got control over your club, though, it's all a little bit mad, isn't it? This has all led to Messi sending his own message yesterday, and last night Barcelona fans were protesting outside the club's office, demanding President Bartomeu resign from the board. So what has happened? Let's see. Alfredo Martinez, a respected journalist in Barcelona, with radio station Onda Cero, broke the news on Tuesday afternoon that Messi had sent the club a fax in which he made clear his desire to leave the club. Why are we dealing with faxes in this day and age? Barcelona confirmed they received the fax, and the Athletic understands that the player's father and agent Jorge have communicated with the club on Tuesday morning to inform them of his son's decision. And last night Barcelona, determined not to look like the bad guys in all of this, said the club have responded to the fax to say that they expect Messi to continue his career at Barcelona. What are the terms of his contract? Messi's contract with Barcelona expires in June 2021 at the end of next season, with a release clause set of 700 million euros. That is where the straightforward part of the contract ends. The Barca captain insists at the last renewal of his deal that a new clause be inserted that would allow him to unilaterally terminate his deal at the end of the 2020 season, allowing him to leave on a free transfer if he so chose. The clause, according to sources close to the players' camp, stipulated that Messi must inform the club before June the 10th if he wanted to break his contract. With the season prolonged due to COVID-19, that day came and went, with Barcelona finishing their season on August the 14th. Messi's camp believed that the interruption and subsequent extension to the season granted him until the end of August to exercise the termination clause, meaning that the facts sent to Barca on Tuesday would serve as legal notice of his intention to rip up his contract and leave the club on a free transfer. So that is where we're at. But is this a power play? I think it might be. Anoop says if he does come, Greenwood becomes the natural understudy and we can bring in Sancho in 1 or 2 years. Situation is good, but our project and coach should excite him. Yeah, let's not go there. He's not going to be coming to Manchester United, is he? He's not. I think he'll stay. But that's just my opinion. So that is the latest on Messi, Man United, Maguire, Jadon Sancho, all that good stuff, and a little bit of on this day in the mix as well. Messi to United is trending at the moment. Not like Manchester United fans to get excited, but Messi to United is trending. I do not know why. If it does, it's safe to say we're winning the quadruple next year. Is Jadon Sancho a smokescreen for Lionel Messi? Who knows? But I don't think so. Messi runs that club, says I am king. Van der Beek and Thiago from Bayern, says David. The fact that Thiago is available for 30 million euros and no one's jumped on that yet is incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible. Reunite with Neymar in Paris. I think that's a possibility. I do think that's a possibility. We could see him heading to Paris. Not sure whether Neymar would be loving that, but there you go, I guess. There you go. I'm sure PSG could then try and win that. You look at PSG, you look at Man City, those two are the ones that are trying to win the Champions League, and I think those would be the ones that would be desperate enough to make it happen. David, thank you for, I think you rejoined as a member today, so thank you very much for doing that. Make sure you're clicking that join button if you can and becoming a member of AdamMcKola TV. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing as well, and keeping it locked. Guys, it's been an action-packed show, but that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. We have got another one saying, Chloe saying, a super chat saying, why are people saying this news is false? Barca has released a statement. He's using the free get-out clause in his contract. I think the bit that people are saying is false is that he's coming to Man United, because we don't think it will happen, as much as Ed Woodward would absolutely be creaming his pants at the prospect. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I've been AdamMcKola. You lot have been legends. This has been United Daily Live. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm out of here.